welcome, welcome. Greetings, Facebook family, greetings, YouTube family, greetings, IG family. Welcome, welcome to the Aesthetic Culture Show with me, your host, Kimsue, and we're coming at you from Watch Radio NYC. And you know, guys, it is the time for you to do your civil duty and share. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you all. Hey, Lisa, what's good? Good afternoon, Heather. Hey, Uriah. I hope that's how you say your name. Welcome to the Aesthetic Culture Show. Today we have an amazing show for you guys, all about healing, all about health, all about empowering your temple. We empower the mind, we empower our actions. There's another wonderful way to do so, and that's to empower your temple so you can do what you love to do longer. So today, before I introduce my guest, I want to say thank you to everyone that came through to the Mother's Day brunch. Wendy was happy to see you all. She was so excited. I heard it was a blast, and your photos are available on the page. I'm not sure if Watch Radio is going to have some photos up for you guys to see as well, but definitely you can tag Wendy in your photos so she knew that you were there and that you had a really good time. So thank you guys for coming out. Hey Lisa girl, how you doing? Facebook is always popping off. Instagram is always popping off. And when you come in, tell us where you're from and share immediately. As soon as you come in, tell us where you're from and share it out. We'll be right back. Give us 2 seconds. We're coming back with love.
Let's talk about us, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things. Let's talk about North Carolina. Let's talk about Let's talk about Let's talk about here, baby. Let's talk about what we see. Let's talk about all the damage, all the breakage that can be. Let's talk about
Girl Ken, we're gonna be in North Carolina on May 30th, so
let's talk about
hit us up in the DM.
Come on, NC. Come on, NC family. Come on out.
Let's talk about us, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that
Yeah,
Let's
I
talk
can't
about
remember. I'll DM you about that, or DM me so I can respond. It starts with a U though. Baltimore or something like that.
Let's talk about all the breakage and the damage that can be. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Thank you guys for tuning in on Instagram. Thank you guys. We love y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. I was just showing love to all of the communities. We love our social media community. We love it. We appreciate. Hey, Heather girl, how you doing? We want to say thank you to everyone that tuned in to the Aesthetic Culture Show every Monday at our new time at 6 p.m. I'm working on commercials and all these things, guys. One step at a time. I want to tell you guys we are upgrading and we innovate with every single idea that we have. We're coming through with it. We're coming through live. Today, without further ado, I want to introduce my wonderful guest. This is Brittany. Brittany, how are you today?
I am wonderful.
Please tell the people what, where you're from first and what do you do?
So I am Brittany Regis of Brittany Regis Healing, as well as Balance Healing. So I am from Queens, New York.
Big up all our queens, all of our queens followers. We appreciate you guys. We know you tune in. We see the stats. We know you guys are with us. Thank you for coming in and even for catching the replay. Because people come home, they want to see the replay.
Yes.
Okay, so from the top of the show, what I love to do is to tell people how to get to you. So that way it is in the beginning, so when they watch the replay, they can go and they can follow you.
Okay.
So tell the people how to reach you, where to reach you, what social medias you're on.
Yes. Okay, so my website is BrittanyRegis.com. It's BRITTANY, Regis.com. My Instagram, BrittanyRegis_. Facebook, Brittany Regis Healing. And then my other Instagram is Balance Healing.
Okay. Balance Healing _. Okay, great. So when you're watching the replay, please slow that down. We're going to come back to that again. So I have a very interesting question. I want to know, what is a spiritual movement coach?
Yes, great question. So a spiritual movement coach, I coined that term because I believe everything starts in the spirit.
Okay.
So I work to make sure that everyone that I work with is understanding where they are and what is causing that and where they want to be.
Okay.
So as a spiritual movement coach, I'm using modalities such as physical movement and energy movement. As an energy healer, I'm able to actually move blockages so that they're not staying stagnant in different areas of their life. Each blockage is associated with a specific area of their life. So.
I agree with that 100%. And I've often spoken with my clients about what resources do you have to de-stress. I believe in 24 hours you should have a way to de-stress and come away from the activities of the day.
Oh, yes.
What do you think about that?
Absolutely. It's all about taking that time for yourself. I suggest morning, and if you can in the nighttime. I know when people get home they might be a little tired, but at least starting off the morning with either meditation or yoga or just breathing and listening to healing tones like solfeggio or binaural beats.
That's right.
Journaling is really important, especially if you had a hard day.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Journaling is so important, especially if you had a hard day. You know, stress is like the biggest thing that everyone is experiencing.
That's right.
So, you know, writing it up, getting it out of your brain so it's not continuing to cycle is helpful.
It has consumed our diaspora. Not that it always hasn't. Stress has been a constant. It's like change. It's constantly happening. With or without your help sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's involuntary, whatever daily stresses you have. But it is so important for the body that we find some outlet for de-stressing each day. That's so guys, you know I'm not crazy. When I put it in your routines, when you get those emails and it says meditation, right? I even say a prayer life, because some people like praying and fasting as a way to de-stress as well.
Yeah.
All of these are accesses. So tell us a little more of what you do. What you do in our community, how you serve.
Yes, I do a variety of things. So I do a lot of one-on-one calls with people just to coach them through like what's going on right now. And that could be anything that's mental, physical, spiritual, and or emotional.
Okay.
I also do longer sessions where we actually dive into each part of their life.
Wow. Okay.
And see where they are.
Which parts are you in?
I'm talking about financial, career, personal relationships, how you treat yourself.
Right. Yes, self-preservation.
Yes. Routines as far as physical routines and that support the physical body as well as the mental and emotional state. What else? I do a variety of things in that session, and then at the end I do energy healing. Sometimes some things come up that are really tough, maybe trauma or just like maybe not feeling worthy of having whatever it is. So we dive really deep, and then we do the energy healing to clear up all of that, and then during the energy healing they're feeling very relaxed, they're releasing, they're just letting go, and so that's one session. And then I also do what I call a womb steam and spiritual journey, where they are, of course, getting the yoni steam.
Wait. Okay, so let me explain people that there are benefits to self-preservation. Even more so for women, we have these ways that we could really take care of ourselves, some ancient ways.
Oh yes.
Right? That we can still utilize today. That's still safe. That's still holistic. And that's still meditational.
Yes.
So yoni steam is one of like my favorite things. So I'm happy we're segueing right into this right now, because I want people to know in detail what's the benefits of having a yoni steam and how often they should.
Okay. So the benefits of having a yoni steam are, number one, it feels really good. Feeling the heat, but also it tones the uterus. It supports in healing fibroids, tumors, cysts. fibromyalgia, a bunch of different ailments that affect the womb. But also, the way that I do my session helps you actually connect with that seat of power. Like, our womb is not just here for babies and sex. It's also here.
Listen to
it has a lot. The womb has a lot of wisdom. It's been here with us the whole time we've been around. You know.
Thank goodness.
So journaling and taking that time to support and connect with yourself and your divine feminine energy during that yoni state is really powerful and empowering. And then I encourage others, those who have that session, to continue on that journaling experience, understanding trauma, understanding past relationships and things like that.
So you're saying, stick a pen. So you're saying that yoni steams helps you to not wash away, but to almost succumb to or surrender to past relationships.
I love that word, surrender. Yes. And it's interesting you say surrender, because a lot of times we tighten up, right? In the pelvic area, sometimes we even have like prolapsed womb where the muscles are not even strong anymore. So a womb steam also supports with that. I know, like when I'm driving and I'm like in a rush and I'm braking and I feel all of this tightness here, but the yoni steam allows you to just surrender.
Ooh, surrender. I like it. It sounds sexy.
Oh, yeah. There's also that kind of benefit too.
Really?
Because it does tighten. So especially after giving vaginal birth, you definitely want to re-tighten.
So you're saying, ladies, listen to the benefits, and gentlemen, let me tell you, yoni steam doesn't cost $1,000.
Oh.
So you can certainly be on the winning side of things.
Oh yeah.
And also provide those yoni steams.
Yep, and it also provides a little extra juiciness too.
I did not say it. The expert is here and she's sharing with you the gems. Okay? Thank you, Laura, for tuning in. Hey, Stan. Hey, Ken. How you doing, Jennifer? Emma, thank you. Facebook, thank you. Instagram, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you're catching the replay, let us know what you think about this conversation with our wonderful guest today, Brittany of Healing Arts. Listen, she's dropping the gems. She's dropping all the gems, and you guys are going to want to know what is in store. Okay, so I have another question. How long have you been in the industry?
Okay. So I started my own healing journey working on myself 8 years ago.
Okay.
And then I started working with others 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you loving it?
Oh my goodness. I know this is what I came to this planet to do, to support people, especially my people, in really coming into wholeness, into wellness, into being one with themselves and giving to themselves first before they give to others.
Definitely. Wow, that's very empowering. And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 30 in March. I'm an Aries.
Okay, so you guys see what's going on with 30 over here? I don't know where 30 is, but she claims it somewhere in there. You're wearing 30 very well.
Thank you.
Don't you guys agree? I know you guys agree. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Aesthetic Culture Show with me, your host, Kimsue. And we are about to take a very quick break. We'll be back with more Brittany and more self-preservation tricks and techniques. See you soon. What's happening?
Oh, you're not going to feel Wi-Fi. No. Your phone is just Wi-Fi.
Okay, guys, we're going back live. Stay tuned, and thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you, Brittany, for for making this interview quite fascinating. I'm sure everyone is enjoying all of the information. It's not things that we haven't heard, but I always say information is nothing without action. So I love that you're still in the community and you're still sharing. Listen, there are traditional techniques that we can use holistically
Yeah.
and be educated. So tell me, how do you spread your education? Programs, systems, what have you created?
So one thing that I offer right now through balance healing with my partner is a community yoga class every other Sunday in Jalapova restaurant in Harlem. And so that's a donation-based class. That's one thing that we do. We also are actually doing a detox right now, guiding a detox so people can gently understand how to take care of themselves. And, not pushing them too hard, but giving them the resources so they can shift their lifestyle, diet, mental space, all of that. And then also, I'm leading a class. It's called the 7-Day New Moon Energy Reset.
Say it one more time.
7-Day New Moon Energy Reset.
Okay.
And so it's going to be at the next new moon, which is June 3rd. And during that time, we're going to be going chakra by chakra each day for an hour, working to set intentions, release what is keeping us from getting to that intention, and just healing and learning how to take care of ourselves. I'm always trying to teach people how to take care of themselves and balance their chakras. I'm also going to give them lots of resources so throughout the day they can listen to different tones and eat different foods that are going to give them wellness for that chakra.
Yes.
That's another thing. I do a couple of different things. Always thinking of new ways to support the community.
Perfect. I love it. And do you have a lot of your generation showing up?
Yes, and even younger. I'm so excited when 20-something-year-olds are actually thinking about themselves. And I see some people are confused about where they should, how they should eat, or they might feel tied, not so connected to the spiritual practice that they grew up in.
Okay, good.
I'm so glad to be a resource for them. And then there's some people that kind of deal with addictions that they, their whole family might have that addiction, but they want to break free. So just providing that avenue to support them in knowing who they are, knowing what they want, and going for it.
Why do you think it is important to know about the chakras? I painted my nails in the chakras that I wanted to concentrate on.
Yes, root,
this month.
and
Yes,
heart.
yes. And I said, I'm putting it on my nails. This is my constant reminder. And I think she did a really good job. Yes.
And then the sparklies on the end,
Yes,
I love.
yes, because I'm such a fairy. Right? What was that? My question was, what do you think about information in your sector now? Do you feel like you guys are moving forward with a movement, or do you feel like people are stagnant in just what they know and they're not reaching out for new content?
Well, in my sector, I do see some movement. I see more and more people waking up to holistic practices. I see even in hospitals, there are Reiki's happening in hospitals, and they're doing a lot of research seeing that it actually does have effects on the patients. Okay. So that is thrilling. My wish, though, is that one day insurance pays for it so everyone can access it.
That would be amazing, actually. That would be a whole other world. I wouldn't even know who would be president to care about the constituents enough to say, let's line people's chakra up. Let's get them functioning for real. Wow, that's an awesome dream. People, let's keep that dream alive. How you doing, Emma? Hey, Laurencia. Hi, DJ Cool. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you to all of the Facebook family. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're here with Brittany Regis of the Healing Arts, and she's bringing some exciting gifts to our community. And we're just learning about not only self-care, but some techniques that we can use for our self-preservation routines. And do you give your clients, or what do you call them, patients? What do you?
Clients or soul family.
Your soul family. Do you give them routines?
Yes, especially during that 90-minute spiritual movement coaching and energy healing session. After we go through each area of their lives, then we're actually pinpointing action steps that will actually support them. So I always include a routine. So every morning, before you give any energy to anyone else, you're giving it to yourself. And you can choose between, maybe this morning I'm going to meditate, maybe this morning I'm going to do some jumping jacks so I can breathe, maybe some, but first thing is always water after the bathroom.
Yeah, you guys hear that? This is how, so I talk to my clients about what, we have arguments, you know, about what. Kimsue, it doesn't taste good. Kimsue, why are you doing this to me? They think it's a punishment. Isn't that weird? That when I say, okay, we're doing a 30-day water flush, what? They know what that means. They can't have anything but water for 30 days. You guys know. It's in your routines. They know. I see you guys. Oh, Clarissa says hi. I love our social media community. They're very interactive. I love that they share. Remember, as you come in, say hello, share where you're from, and share the Aesthetic Culture Show. Today we have the wonderful Brittany, and you guys know I love to over-introduce my guests because I know the attention span on social media, people. I'm not ignorant. I know the attention span, and I know it's 20 seconds, so you guys better stay tuned. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and that's probably because they're lacking something. Because I know I was reading Cosmic Economics, and the ability to pay attention has something to do with your cosmic or the way, whether you're balanced or not balanced. Do you know about that?
Well, my perspective on it is we have so much information coming at us all the time that, you know, you can scroll and see like 30 posts in like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my perspective. We just have information overload. And then everyone's so impatient. Even if, again, back to driving, you take a moment too long and they're honking you because the green light turned green a second ago.
Right, literally 1 second. Yeah, that actually just happened. Serious. That's right. I believe we're all in a rush, and there is a lot of information overload because we have access to so much of it. So since we're talking about that, I would ask you to share your opinion on whether technology has enhanced us or it has digressed us.
Oh, that's a very good question. So technology, this twofold. Technology is great because we have access to create more things. You know, at ZIEX, that's the home institute that I work with. It's a nonprofit organization, ZIEX the movement. We have children who are taking apart things and putting them together, printers, things like that, so they can learn how to build their own things. So, you know, that there's so many inventors that created something out of nothing in that way. So technology can be great. However, when we're not taking care of ourselves and putting energy into ourselves and our families, then that's where it kind of takes it away. You know, we can get. I mean, look now we're reaching so many different people. That's great, but if these people are always on social media and not taking care of themselves, then, you know.
Oh, so now we come into the balances.
Yeah.
So for the balances, I like to speak about crystals and stones. And she perks up. Can you recommend at least your top 3 for just bringing some balance to just the way you flow?
Yeah. I'd say amethyst for intuition, for sure. Any red stone for root chakra. I find there's so many people that the root chakra is out of balance because there's an attack on our finances or career or just feeling unstable, and that's what the root chakra deals with. So any red stone, as well as amethyst for intuition. I'd say clear quartz is always a good one. Yes, it works for so many different kinds of things.
It really does. So I charge it with my good positive energy, and I grounded it in some copper.
Oh yes, copper is such a great conductor.
Yes, right? So I said it's my wand. Beautiful. I say clear quartz is so wonderful to just have, just to keep your vibe clear, and also to keep the clarity reciprocated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and people, we are always talking about good energy. Hey Joan, how you doing? Joan Miller, she's one of our top fans here on Watch Radio. Welcome. And we have a special guest today, Miss Brittany of Healing Arts. Greetings, Wendy. Welcome. Hey, Casey. Great to see you. And Charmaine. Welcome, guys. Thank you, Facebook, for tuning in. And thank you, Instagram, for always staying locked in and for participating. We're going to take questions in about the next 5 minutes. So please get your questions about Reiki, about yoni steams, about self-preservation, about yoga, about meditations. Get your questions together, chakras, right? Any questions you would have for our expert. It's very rare that we get people in our communities, entrepreneurs, to have time to come out and share. So since you guys are here on Watch TV, you might as well find out some things you've always wanted to know. And you have an expert live here in your lap, right?
Yes.
So tell them again, what is your next event that's coming up?
So that's the 7-day New Moon Energy Reset. It's an online workshop. So every day from Monday, June 3rd to Sunday, June 9th, we're going to be walking through each chakra for 1 hour from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And during that time, we'll be setting intentions, releasing what is keeping us from getting to that intention, and learning about how to take care of ourselves. And I'll also be sending you some healing tones and foods to eat that will support that specific chakra. You can do all 7, or you can do any individual chakra that you know needs some work.
Yes, because I don't think unless we start saying it daily, people actually will not think about having themselves centered, getting some grounded, you know, doing some great yoga, releasing some toxins, right?
Oh yeah.
I heard that yoga was great for toxins in the body.
Yep, releasing the toxins, because during certain poses you're stretching a certain area that's allowing like some things to flow out of that area. And then also if you're sweating, or if you're just breathing, you're giving yourself oxygen so that you can clear out things.
This is great information, people. Greetings, Pripet. How are you today? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all of our Caribbean diaspora that tunes in every Monday. Today, you guys know we changed our time to 6 p.m. And we're happy that you guys, when you come in from work, when you come in from school, as you are changing shifts, we are happy that you guys are locked in and decided to share your evening with us. Thank you, Mom. My mom is on Instagram. She's learned how to access Instagram Live. She's doing quite wonderful these days. Shout out to all of our elders that are out there. And remember, guys, if you would like to be a sponsor on the Aesthetic Culture Show, please hit up info@watchradioNYC.net. If you would like to, if you have a small business and you would like us to market your small business, please hit us up at info@watchradio.nyc, so that way someone can get back to you and let you know what is the prices and how long you can run. And it's quite reasonable right now, but you guys know I'm a Kimsue, and y'all know what's going to happen. And then you guys are going to be upset. You didn't start advertising when the getting was good. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I didn't invent that. That's just that's what we do. Anything else you would like to share with up and coming healers? Any information you would like our community to know about your services, or anything that you would like to share before we close out?
Okay. So for up and coming healers, I really want to hone in on the importance of keeping yourself as a clear vessel. I've had so many teachers that I had to leave because they weren't continuing to work on themselves. So like for me, I make sure I'm like, taking my baths so I can release, doing detoxes every quarter. So you want to really make sure you're taking care of yourself, and knowing when to set boundaries and respect those boundaries. And that's for anybody really. Offerings to the community. If you're in the New York City area, come through to our donation-based yoga class. The 7-day energy reset is going to be amazing for you to really just learn about your chakras and just your energy centers and how to take care of yourself. We're guiding detoxes every quarter, so if you want to learn how to take better care of your health and wellness, please do so. We're going to be traveling to Atlanta and North Carolina. We're stopping in North Carolina May 30th to do a sound healing yoga class. So if you're interested in that, let us know. And then we're going to be in Atlanta for that weekend. And that's May 31st to June 2nd.
What about this 7-day new moon class?
Yes, that's the one I was saying. It's going to be June 3rd to June 9th.
That's what it's called, the new moon class?
The 7-day new moon energy reset. So it's happening. I'm doing it. I like to start things at the new moon and set intentions at the new moon. I think it's really powerful.
Why? Tell them why.
Oh, because it's a clear space for you to manifest anything that you desire. Of course, you got to put some action behind it, but that's that's what the intentions are for, so you have a clear, guided way of getting there. Right. And so during that's going to be from June 3rd to June 9th. You'll be setting intentions every day about those specific chakras, anything that you need to release, anything that you need to create for yourself. So yeah.
Okay. So guys, listen, not only is she making offers to you to come out and check out your bodies, but also there are ways to do follow-ups and to stay engaged and to stay in action. Tell them one more time how to get to you. We're going to take a quick break before we take some questions.
Okay. So BritneyRegis.com, that's where you can learn about all of my services. I do online services. That's a lot of my work is via video call. So anyone around the country could work with me. Brittany Regis _ for Instagram, also Balanced Healing _ for Instagram, and then Brittany Regis Healing for Facebook.
We'll be right back.
Let's talk about us, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that we see. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about
Instagram, I don't know who set her up on Instagram.
Let's talk about all the damage, all the breakage that we meet. Let's talk about us.
So everyone on Instagram, hope you have your questions ready, and Facebook.
Let's talk about it.
Do they have any questions on you?
Not exactly.
Let's talk about us.
I answered your question.
Let's talk about you and me.
She wants to know if there's questions online.
Okay.
Let's
Is it
talk
live?
about it.
Yeah, I answered. I saw her question earlier, so I answered it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Ready?
Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about what we see. Let's talk about all the breakage and the net.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you to everyone that is locked in and have been rolling with us this afternoon on this beautiful Monday. You are locked in to Watch Radio, and you are on the Aesthetic Culture Show with me, Kimsue. And thank you guys for having your questions ready. What's the biggest challenge that you've been able to overcome on your own healing wellness journey? And that's Clarissa.
Oh, thanks, Clarissa, for that question. I'd say, I think at one point I realized that I was a people pleaser, and I had to stop that. It was not healthy. It wasn't serving me. It wasn't serving the people that I was giving to, because I'm just depleting my energy by continuing to give, and not take care of myself, not setting that boundary, and just allowing people to continue to draw from me. So I think that would be my biggest challenge.
And how do you process? What did you do? What were your steps?
So you mean from the beginning of my journey? Okay.
Because you have to acknowledge something, right? Something's missing or something's lacking, and then after you make the choice, then what was your step?
So for me, I actually learned that I was being that people pleaser during a personal development workshop.
Oh wow!
Someone was standing in my face telling me, "You're a people pleaser," and I didn't feel good. But I know that sometimes we need people to be that to interrupt what we've been doing all along.
Right. Interrupt the comfortable.
Yeah.
Or as I call it, I say the regularly scheduled program.
That's a good one. So after I realized that, then I started to, I noticed that I needed to start to value myself more. And so I just took note of like what are my needs and what I'm comfortable doing versus not, and actually using the word no.
Wow. That's a powerful word.
Yeah.
That's a powerful word right there.
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, everything, you know, once we know something, it doesn't mean that automatically overnight we're just going to switch.
That's right.
You know, just because we know better doesn't mean we do better right away, but it's a practice, it's a journey. So, you know, I got really good at that no word.
After a while, once you choose yourself, I would say once you choose yourself, that's like your own aha moment. And I believe that's internal, like we're created with that reset button.
Yes.
Right? That we can say, wait a minute, things don't feel the way it's supposed to feel, or it's not flowing the way it's supposed to flow. Some people can ignore it for a very long time. So I'm very proud of you for accessing that piece of yourself at 30. Or before, right?
Yeah,
before.
This was in 2013. And then from there, you know, doing my own work, inner work, then that's what inspired me to actually go ahead and support others. Because I saw, like, first it was depression and anxiety, then it was, you know, then I started the personal development and I realized, oh, okay, so it's me. I'm the cause of all of this. So yeah, then, but then when I realized that you don't have to suffer alone, you know, you don't have to go through these things and feel like I don't know what to do. Like there's people out there. So that's why I said I need to be that person for people.
Do you guys see how the law of reciprocity worked? That is amazing. So you felt it and you immediately said, I'm going to share it. I love it. Greetings, Elizabeth. How are you? And blessings to you as well on this lovely Monday. Greetings, Patricia and Kimmy. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Aesthetic Culture Show. I want to say every Monday at 6 o'clock, we are here live with you guys, bringing you aesthetic culture. And I want you to know that meditation, prayer, self-preservation, these are part of your aesthetic culture, because if you do not care for yourself, you cannot care for your community, you cannot care for your family, you can't care for the people that are in the groups and the teams that you're in, you can't fully participate because there's no self-care.
Yes.
And if you bought my book, Hair Waves by Kimsue Dunn, we speak about healthy hair and self-preservation and routines. So every time I invite guests over, I ask them to leave a routine that's simple, that people can apply now, because we're all about action, right, community? We're all about action. So
yes.
Do you have a routine that you can share?
Yes. I'm going to say breathing exercises, because those will save you when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling stressed. So one very simple breathing exercise is literally breathing in for a count of 4. So just counting to 4 while you're still inhaling. Holding it for a count of 4 without releasing it. And then exhaling for a count of 4. That brings in oxygen to the brain, to the blood, to the whole body. It just helps you reset. So that's like a very simple thing. You don't have to be a avid meditator to do it. It's just something to help reset you throughout the day or in the morning, whatever.
Okay. Thank you very much. And guys, thank you again for tuning into the Aesthetic Culture Show. We love and we appreciate you live here on watchradio.net. Catch the replay on all of your social medias. We are so happy that you guys tuned in today. Share the information. We did not keep up the information, so we charge you guys to share the information. You're duty bound now. Now you got to do it.
Do it.
Greetings. Thank you, Myra, for sharing. We appreciate it. Oh, and she bought my book. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Myra, and happy belated birthday. I love and appreciate you. That's my girl, Myra. She plays almost every instrument. I love you, Myra. Thank you. We're getting ready to wrap up, and we thank you guys for participating. Anything you'd like to say to our social media community?
Yes. Take care of yourself first.
Yeah, that's solid advice.
Self first isn't selfish, too. Ooh. Self first is not selfish.
And that's the truth. You heard it here, guys. Thank you, and see you guys next Monday at 6 p.m. Ciao.